Welcome back to the Psychic Olympics with the Honey Badger. Welcome back, Honey Badger.
How are you?
Good. Howard, do you have any idea what we are doing today?
Not a clue. I know you got a piece of paper and a pen. You told me to grab one, and then you said, let's go.
Okay. Step one, we're going to be using this. Look familiar?
Yeah, that's my book.
Okay. Step two, we're going to be using, one second, I have to add this. I didn't want you to see it ahead of time. Share screen. Have you ever seen the website before ourviewer.com? It's a remote viewing website.
No.
Okay. So we're going to be using this in combination with your book. I'm going to take this down so it's not so big. So we've done several different experiments. One connected you to your story because you did remote viewing before you were aware that you were able to do that, because I brought you on. I said, you know what you're doing. You said no. And then you did a perfect description of things that you were not seeing. Okay. So that was connecting you to your story. Then we connected story to story because we both had books out at a similar time. And we did the remote view using that. And then the collective one as well. Now connecting your story to the grid. Okay, so this is a remote view. Essentially, there's target numbers, and we're going to do it two ways. One, book first, then target number, and then the opposite. And obviously, you have no idea what's behind these numbers. You're going to select a number through like a little series that I give you, and you're going to see what information you get about the target before seeing the target. And your clue is going to be from your book.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Would you rather do book first or target number first for the first one?
How you imagine it.
Okay, book first. Right. Page 129. Good place to start. Written in frantic, looping handwriting over and over were the same words. I'm manifesting Brock Forrester. I'm manifesting Brock Forrester. I'm manifesting Brock Forrester. Hundreds, thousands of times, I flipped through page after page, stunned. The ink changed color, but the words never did. The obsession bled through every line. Give yourself a full minute and just write and draw and see what comes through. Pick a number 1 through 5.
5.
Pick a number 1 through 3.
3.
Okay, so we're right here. It ends in 2702. Okay. Tell me what you got.
So
Wait, hold on. No. Sorry. So tell me what you have, but take what you're given about that feeling and memory and give it to me as if you're explaining the target. Does that make sense?
Give me an example.
Um, a feeling of being low or a feeling of being lost would be essentially like a small, like you're describing the location as like a small, confined. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm imagining, for whatever reason, just like a page that's got like a book that has a page torn out of it,
Okay.
and like pain that was never transmuted, and it like stems back to a bigger problem. It's something that like that part of my story is just it's being created there because they're missing a page in their story. And then I got like the atmosphere, I don't know, like the atmosphere coming closer to you, like bringing it in towards you, kind of like understanding what you're dealing with.
Okay. If you could give this energy a temperature, but not like a number, like what would the temperature be, but not a number, like a temperature description, I guess.
That energy would be like almost to its boiling point. Like so hot that, but it's not the kind of hot that's warm. It's the kind of hot that's uncomfortable. Like
Okay.
you can't, you're literally just almost anxious about getting away from it.
Um, and if you could give that a sound, even if it wasn't a sound literally in the moment of that, if this was an atmosphere and that atmosphere was like projecting out the sound of that moment.
Honestly, I feel like it's like screaming, like just a female voice that like is way deep in the background. Like nobody can hear me, but I'm just screaming for help.
Okay. Let's see. UFO Welcome Center. You're manifesting Brock Forster. You're manifesting your higher self. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. UFO Welcome. Oh my God. Homestead Road. Homestead Road. You're manifesting Brock Forster. It's giving ET phone home. Okay, wait.
Wow.
So page torn out. Page torn out. You have to tear through the veil to have. Anyway, pain not transmuted. Alien. It's foreign. Bigger problem. Missing a page in the story. That's hilarious how that played out.
That's crazy.
Atmosphere closer.
And what is the image?
Oh, you can't see it? Oh my God, wait, you can't see it?
No.
Why can you not see that? Hold on. I thought you could see that the whole because it opened in a new page. I'm an idiot. I'm thinking you could see it the whole time. Hold on. Share screen again.
Oh wow.
UFO Welcome Center in Bowman, South Carolina. Does that have any importance to you? That place?
No. Nope. I think now I understand what I'm doing, so now I can like we can do another one and I'll see what
Yeah,
it's.
that's so okay, so you're manifesting Brock Forster. So as you're writing that, you're bringing in higher self, which in this case is UFO. That's really funny. Okay.
Cool.
Who said spirit doesn't have jokes? All right, let me bring up the other page again. Share screen. I guess I have to go back and forth. Okay. Okay. Do you want to do it the same way or do you want to do it the opposite way?
Let's do it. Do it the same way.
Okay. Oh wait, I need this up. Hold on. It's like music.
Can I pick the number of the book number?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. Let's go with 131.
Left. Oh wait, top or bottom? Actually, just tell me when to stop.
Middle. Right in the center.
Here?
Yep.
Here. Like start here?
Yeah.
It didn't feel like they were talking about me now. It was like I was watching them describe opposite versions of the same person, the cursed and the crowned. Both sides were staring straight at me, but I wasn't famous. I wasn't even known. Outside my small circle of friends and family, and fame, fortune, none of that ever mattered to me. Still, the guidance kept coming, each reader contradicting the last, like voices at war. Then she appeared again, the redhead. I didn't wait this time. I swiped before she could speak. Okay, right. Right or draw, whatever.
Okay. Okay.
Hold on 1 second. Something. Okay, 284. Something at 153 may be significant. Okay. Pick a number 1 to 5.
We'll go 1.
Pick a number 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pick a number 1 to 9.
9.
Okay. That's me that one right there. Ending in 9801. Okay. What you got?
Okay, so I just went free flow with this. I did put down a shoe horse or something that looks like a shoe horse, some sort of symbol. The word fruits, whether it's like fruits of your labor or it's fruits like actual fruit, I couldn't tell. And then I put down spilling tea, and then also like a ring inside a ring inside a ring.
Mm-hmm.
So like kind of like a chain link type of thing.
Okay.
And that's what I got.
What would the temperature be?
The temperature would be cold, very cold.
The sound?
High pitch frequency.
I'm just going to go with it. Imagine that you're at a fair and you win something on like a boardwalk that represents this. What would it be?
I don't know why, but I'm just seeing like and you win something that represents this.
Yeah. It doesn't have
And
to be a good thing.
I'm just seeing like, I have no idea. I'm seeing a barcode. So it's
Okay.
something that's valuable. I don't know. Something
Okay.
circular with barcode in it.
Okay. Okay. Let me open it. Oh my god. Hold on. Hold on. Let me switch this. Your chain link is is crazy literal kind of when you compare it to your book. Hold on. Let me just shut up and share the screen. The door entry training array. So your chain link, the different doors, a seahorse thing, a turnaround, you're both sides of the doors, fruits of labor or food spilling tea. Chain link. It didn't feel like they were talking about me now. It was like I was watching them describe opposite versions of the same person. The different doorways that you went through in your book, all connected. That's the chain link. Temperature cold, it's at the mountains. You live in the mountains, don't you?
Yeah.
High pitched frequency, high pitched. This it's showing it's like you had to traverse through all the different doorways to make your way up the mountain. Barcode valuable. All that the price that you paid for the version of you now was going through the link of all the different doors of that.
Yeah, when you said it like that too, it kind of like the fruits of your labor versus spilling the tea, and how I had like they were giving me mixed versions of the same person. And it's like kind of like choose which one, like,
Right.
but they're linked. Like I could have gone either way.
Yeah. No, that chain link is so literal because that's definitely what that means. Because if you've read the obviously you've read the book, but like those who have read your book will understand that. Like the different versions of you that had to die so you could become the version of you that you are now. That's the doors. That's the literal image.
Yeah, that's
Temperature
crazy.
cold, mountains, high pitch, barcode, valuable, circular barcode, circular, going going through. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, we're gonna do the opposite way. That's crazy. That chain. That's what I said. Oh my gosh, that's so literal because the chain link. Let me take this down. That was really good. Okay. This one. Okay. So this time, oh wait, so I need to have this other page up. Oh my god. Okay, share screen. That. Okay. 1 to 5.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. 1 to 9.
We'll go 1.
Okay, so it's gonna be that one. Ending in 5, 6, 5, 2. Now take that down, put that up. How do you want to do the book?
Just like I got to choose a number. Is that what you're saying?
You want to choose a number? Do you want me to flip and you tell me to stop, or which one?
Just go to like one of the last pages.
Here?
Sure.
Left or right?
Right.
Oh, that's easy. There's only one paragraph. And there it was, the signal still live, but now it was dead center of the river. He had tossed it and vanished. They never found who it was, just the wreckage left behind, and a phone signal blinking from the center of the river like a ghost. That was the last trace. Whoever had been under that bridge was gone. Right. And it's page 265.
Okay.
Ready? Okay, go ahead.
So I drew the letter J, and then the words chosen and extra. And then I caught a glimpse of like just like this elephant tusk and like a sort of like the greed. It was more about the greed between the man that was after the elephant tusk. Like it is more about the nature of like the human nature of desiring something at the expense of something so beautiful. And for whatever reason, I imagine that man wearing like boots, like lugs boots. I don't know why, but I just see him like holding a gun, like after the elephant tusk, wearing lugs. Whatever.
What is the temperature?
It's hot, like Sahara Desert hot.
What is the sound?
Silent. It's gone cold, just silent.
I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. That wouldn't make sense though. Hold on. Temperature, sound. If this was like a layer, would this be like a low layer or a high layer of something? Like maybe height wise?
He would be ground level.
Okay. It was this one, right? It was number 1, 5652.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me take this down. Put that up. Oh no, I just took everything away. It's a lighthouse, but the view of it is where it's on the water. So it should be something that's high, but it's on the ground and it's called middle ground.
Yeah.
Middle ground lighthouse.
I mean, at least we got the ground level part right. Like,
Okay, so we
that
did
is an odd
J.
lighthouse for it to be like
That is a odd lighthouse.
ground level.
Middle ground, Shoal, Hamptons, Virginia. Chosen extra. Lighthouse is how the chosen ones are described. Elephant tusk, so something valuable. Greed, man after nature of deserving something at the expense of something beautiful. There's something to the thing being on the water that I'm missing. Uggs boots, lugs boots gone. Temperature hot, desert. Interesting. Pick a second number. Pick 1 to 5.
2.
Pick 1 to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4,
2.
5, 7, 8, 9. 2. So it's what did you pick again? 1,
Number
2,
and number 2.
2 and 2. It's this one. 2, 5, 4, 3. That makes more sense. Hold on. Share screen, that one. Ground. Makoka Caves in Iowa. Chosen extra elephant tusk, greed, man after. Nature of deserving something. So we have this for the ground, that for the lighthouse. I need to look into those places. Let's do one more. I'm going to check on this one. Because I know there's something. We're just missing it. Okay. Share screen. All right. Last one. Hold on. Okay. Tell me when to stop. Ah. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
You can't even see that, can you? Okay, hold on. Tell me when to stop. Ah. Tell me when.
Stop. Yeah.
At best, they can only delay what's already written. They could attack my identity, the things around me, but if I stayed in motion, if I stayed in alignment, they'd never win. Then I realized something even deeper. These hits, they were not allowed to land, not as punishment, but as evidence. Karma requires evidence to complete itself. These things had to happen so they could testify, so they could be seen, neutralized, and cleared from my path. And the biggest lesson in it of all was how I felt through all of it. My emotions. I wasn't bitter. I wasn't even bothered. I was learning. That's a perfect one to end on. Okay. Go ahead, right? What page was that?
Okay.
Let's you describe and then pick. Let's do it that way.
Okay. I've got flowers, and it's just the word of it. And then I'm seeing something like the sun and the moon, or like the connection between the light and the dark, or the contrast between them.
Okay.
And that's all I'm getting.
Give me. Is there anything motion related? Or is this a still feeling?
It's a still feeling of like the push and pull between the two, between like the contrast. So it's more focused on like the contrast than it is the connection.
What is the sound?
It's both loud and silent, depending on where you're at in it.
What about the temperature?
It's both warm and cold, depending where you're at in it.
All right, pick a number. Wait, hold on. It's not up on the screen. Okay, pick a number. Let me see if I move this, if it changes the... No, it doesn't. Okay, number 1 through 5.
We'll go 4 again.
1 through 9.
3.
Okay, so it ends in 0418. Oh wait, you already described it. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's it. Let's see. Oh, let me take this down. Put that out. Share screen. The Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland near Bushmills. Oh, that's your contrast. Bushmills, Ireland, but it's the water. Water and stone. Sun and moon connection. I mean, it's a beach. Light and dark contrast. I feel like this time you were describing the actual image.
Well, and you can like see the
Loud and quiet.
water going up and down, like, so it's like the sun and the moon, that's showing you right there, like tide, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then the push and pull, push and pull is literally that.
Yeah.
Constantly pushing and pulling. Sound, loud and quiet. That makes a lot of sense. Temperature, both. Yeah. Hot, water's cold. Yeah, I think that time you were describing the water or the scene. And the Giant's Causeway. Giant's Causeway. The contrast, the Giant's Causeway, and there's regular sized people on it. That's also your contrast. That was good. That was a good one.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that was good. Awesome. Thank you for doing this with me.
Yeah, thank you. That was fun. That's pretty cool. I'll have to get on that website and check it out.
Yeah, they're fun.
First time doing something like that.
They change them out too. They do one where they'll like put the target number up there and then give everyone a chance to do it, and then they don't show it. Like you can't look at it. You have to go back later and like see. They just put a new one up. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's cool.
All right. Everyone go check out Brock. I'll link all of his stuff in the description, and we will be back soon for more Psychic Olympics. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
Okay, so before Brock and I hung up the phone, I was saying to him that sometimes you'll be describing stuff that's privy to the location or privy to like not the direct image that you see, but something outside of it, right? And I didn't want to like interrupt the flow and look all this up at that moment, but okay, so we're talking about the one with the lighthouse, right? And I said to him, I know there's going to be something because there always is. Okay, so that lighthouse is located in Virginia near the site of the USS Monitor and CSS Virginia Merrimack battle. Now, this battle is in March 1862 was the first engagement between ironclad warships in history. The first engagement of ironclad warships in history. He said, chosen and extra, man versus greed. So the two sides battling each other, and he said nature of desiring something at the expense of something beautiful. The first ever ironclad warships. And then he said boots and gun. This was obviously a very significant battle. And what was the other thing? Hold on. Okay, so the Confederate ironclad CSS Virginia first attacked and sank 2 Union wooden warships. So again, man versus greed. And then the chosen extra part. Let me go back to this part. Okay, the chosen extra part, once a direct landmark, it had been privately purchased and rehabbed by the Gonsolin and Billigle's families into a private retreat. He said chosen and extra, and his reference was like a fancy elephant, whatever, trunk or tusk. This was the private retreat version of that. And then ground level would be everything kind of being either cleared out from that battle or referencing the restoration of the private retreat that is the chosen extra. So I just wanted to share that because for those who want to try this, don't always look at the first layer and be like, oh, I must have got that one wrong. Because this is not wrong. This is very detailed and spot on to the lighthouse locational important happenings. Because when we're reading energy, we're not just reading the energy of the lighthouse, we're reading the energy of the lighthouse, which includes things around the lighthouse, things that have affected the lighthouse, like the battle and the private retreat, and man versus greed, because specifically the first ever ironclad and nature of desiring something at the expense of something beautiful. You did all this work to build these great ships just to send them into battle and get destroyed. Man versus greed. So I'm going to maybe look into the other ones too and see if there's anything else. But this one I wanted to, usually when it's not first sight making sense, it's because it's going to make a lot more sense deeply. So if you're trying this, dig deep. Wait, there's more details that's important. Okay, so the lighthouse was put up for auction in 2005 and purchased by private. Now, this is the lighthouse itself in the picture, right? Put up for auction in 2005 and purchased by private owners, those ones that I said their names very poorly a minute ago, who have been restoring it since. It now runs on solar panels and battery power and has a modern waste management system. They transformed it from a historical footnote into a modern retreat. The lighthouse's transformation has garnered significant media attention, including articles and television spots, and has become a symbol of revitalization. Chosen extra. I mean, anyway. Okay, so now I'm looking at the one where it was the water, the rocks and the water. So hold on. Approximately 40,000 interlocking columns formed by ancient volcanic activity. So this is the one where he said sun and moon connection, light and dark contrast. So the volcano erupts from pressure. So the contrast of, I guess I say, build up and release. And he said, still feeling the push and pull. So push and pull would be the volcanic eruptions formed by volcanic eruptions, where cooling lava created a unique hexagonal and other shaped columns. So that's not the part that gets me, okay? Okay. The area is famously linked to the legend of the giant Finn McCool, who is who is said to have built the causeway to cross the sea to fight a rival giant. My question to you is, one second. Is that Brock? So in the first one, the passage was repeating, I'm manifesting Brock Forster, and then he chose an alien ship. And then for this one, he somehow in that sea of choices found the cartoon version of himself. Okay. Okay, so now the UFO one. And this is the one where manifesting Brock Forster, and then page torn out, pain not transmuted, bigger problem, missing a page in the story. It was built from scrap metal and wood to look like two UFOs, but was destroyed by a fire in May 2024. That's your page torn out. Bigger problem, missing a page in the story. Atmosphere closer, obviously, was the manifesting, and then aliens. Temperature boiling point was what he said for the temperature. Again, destroyed by fire in May. Uncomfortable. That was probably uncomfortable. Anxious to get away. It's a UFO on fire. Oh, it's just, anyway. Sound is a screaming female. So very deep in background, because it's not there anymore. The attraction gained media attention over the years before its permanent closure due to fire. So it closed due to the fire. And he's saying page torn out, bigger problem. Temperature was at the boiling point. It was uncomfortable. The spaceship that was on fire on Earth was anxious to get away. And it's interesting because for the lighthouse one, which if you were going to land a spaceship, you could do it with a lighthouse, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, he had said he got the J, and the builder of the creation of the spaceship, which it was a different one, but that person's name is Jody. So there's kinda the J. Sometimes they get jumbled, and that kinda connects them in a way. Um, temperature boiling point. Okay, so yeah, 1 second. Okay, and then the last one, well, this isn't the last one. I didn't do this review in order, but the one with all the doors. Okay, so he said something about shoe horse and a shoe horse thing, uh, fruits, either food or fruits of labor, spilling tea, um, ring inside of a ring inside of a ring, and chain link. The ring inside of I forgot to say that when we reviewed it together. Ring inside of a ring inside all the different doors. Interesting. Okay, so it was a training facility. They filed for bankruptcy. I think that's why he was getting the barcode, because he said, "I'm getting a barcode valuable, and then I'm getting a circular barcode." So that's like them being like, "Okay, that like here's the price. That's it." Sound high-pitched frequency. The high-pitched frequency is, I believe, because this is a not high-pitched as in high-pitched, but high-pitched as in loud. It's a firearms training facility. And then what was the other one? Oh, hold on. I have to go to the other page. Okay, so it's not a standard or official name, the door entry training array. It's not a standard or official name for a facility or a course. It's likely a generic or informal description used by some individuals to refer to the facility for close quarters combat. Spilling the tea, I think, is that reference is what I got there, because this is like spilling the tea. It's like not everybody calls it that. That's like a insider name to call it that. What was the other one? Oh, the facility is used to train students in techniques for entering and clearing confined spaces and rooms. Fruits of labor.